إغلاق الاحتياط مع اتخاذ الحيطة والحذر عند فتح الدراج أو الميزان، ثانيا لسقوط
إنا نسألك في سفرنا هذا البر والتقوى.
A star could never shine as bright as you. Even the dark, they still see light. Even the birds still sing at night. Every word just comes out.
Wow.
gate is over there. Which one you wanna try? Oh yeah. Nice. What about this like a Sunday? You can try. Oh shit. 영국판. 월좀 맞아서 좋다. 저도 안 쓸 거니까요.
페인트요? 그니까요.
We've done, we've got to go. Shut off the fire there? Yeah.